wondering why I'm pretending to cry on camera, and it's because it's your first day at nursery. Well, actually, it's your child's first day at nursery, but the person who's going to be most traumatised by this experience is you. I know, I've been there, and believe me, when Edie started at nursery, I cried and cried as if she was leaving to go to university. So I want to give you some tips on how to cope when your child first flies the nest for all of 6 hours. My first tip is don't rush. You want to make this as normal a morning as possible, which in my case would involve rushing. But what I mean is, you want the child to be relaxed. You want to make sure they've had breakfast, they've brushed their teeth, they're dressed. Just take it at a nice pace so you yourself aren't stressed out. Nerves are contagious. Kids pick up on things. So try and be as cool and chilled out as you can about what's about to happen, because it will really help the child and yourself. If your child has a comfort item, make sure they take it with them to nursery. Just because they're starting at preschool doesn't mean they're grown up. You want to keep them as relaxed as possible. Also, the key thing is you need to let the nursery staff, the key worker, know when the dummy, the blankie, the teddy bear comes into play. So is it when they go to sleep, if they're crying? Keep the staff informed. And speaking of staff, remember, they're qualified. They're used to working with children. They know what they're doing, so don't panic. You are not just leaving your child with a random stranger. In fact, after several months, my daughter would cry when she had to leave nursery because she loved her key workers so much. If your child is having a tough time, it will pass. They will get used to it. Going back to that point before, I have a friend whose child cried every morning for the first 2 months at nursery. But within the 3rd month, on a Saturday morning, would get up, go and get her coat, go and get her shoes and say, "Nursery, mummy, nursery." They love it. They love being surrounded by children their own age and being able to do activities, so don't beat yourself up about it. My next tip is to keep goodbyes short and sweet. Lingering by the door weeping, as I did on Edie's first day at nursery, is not helpful to anyone. It's not helpful to Edie, it's not helpful to the key workers, it's not helpful to you because everyone thinks you're mad. So upbeat, have a lovely day, darling, and off you go. This is probably more difficult for you than it is for your child, because it's a really emotional time. You're going back to work for the first time, or you're leaving your child for the first time. You are going to find it difficult, but remember, this too will pass, and you'll come to love nursery drop-off and the freedom you have the moment you walk out that door. Good luck, it's going to be great, and once you realise it's great, please share with me your tips for how to survive your first days at nursery in the comments box below. Now, there was one other reason I was crying at the beginning of this video, and that's because One Fat Mother is going to go on holiday for a short while, so there will be no more new videos for the time being. But please do email me with any suggestions of things that you want to see. My email is bryony.gordon@telegraph.co.uk. I've had the most fun making these videos with you and talking to you in the comments box below, and we'll be back later.